It's clear that in this country, blacks are dangerous. It's clear that in this country, blacks are extremely dangerous, so watch out for any hoodie, any toy, any soft drink beverage, any facial expression, any slang word we may not understand and be familiar with, for any stereotype, for any confirmation on any platform to fuel the fire of fear. It's clear that blacks are dangerous. Now, consider electricity. A powerful source of energy considered to be dangerous, unless confined and controlled where it is easily managed, it's easily directed, easily operated. Now, when we want something to operate properly, is it safe to say that we expect cooperation? We expect some display of willingness to comply with and adhere to set rules and guidelines? Is it also safe to say that when said rules and guidelines are challenged, said rules and guidelines are disturbed, said rules and guidelines are hindered, said rules and guidelines are delayed, that thing of disturbance, of hindrance, becomes an issue that needs to be resolved? Consider a pet dog. When obeying your every command, he's a good boy. She's a good girl. But when they leave your side to explore, something is wrong. There's a loss of control, and we do this to our kids, don't we? The moment they leave our side and explore and create, we feel a loss of control, a loss of cooperation. They aren't adhering to the rules we set for them. This is why blacks are dangerous. Blacks are disobedient. Blacks are dying because they are unpredictable. The expectation to follow set rules and behaviors are violated. Expectancy violation theory. A theory of communication that analyzes how individuals respond to unanticipated violations of social norms and expectations. This reminds me of someone I know who's actually afraid of dogs. They expect the dog to bark, to bite, and imagine the worst possible thing that the dog could ever do to them, creating their own fear based on their own prejudice, influenced not by personal experience, but by the stories they've heard and believe to be absolute truth. So it's interesting to see how they react when the dog doesn't adhere to set rules, when the dog doesn't bark, when the dog doesn't bite. Their current expectation of the dog, the expectation to follow set rules and behaviors are violated. This creates even more fear because the dog is unpredictable at this point. There's a quote that states, "If hatred and fear are allowed to prevail, the world will be swallowed by them. But if ultimate understanding can be reached, we may still have a chance to be saved from ourselves." That's from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, the expectation to be bad seems to be a social norm of the blacks in this country. And since news, television shows, and social media platforms establish and maintain these narratives of the black norm, that blacks are dangerous, blacks are dangerous. Blacks are dangerous because blacks are dormant, inactive due to cessation of growth and development of resources, of a community of self-actualized individuals, of a truly realized self, hidden potential, hindered, blocked, suppressed by centuries of conditioning. Blacks are diminishing. Creativity has lessened, caused by self-destruction of constantly repeated recordings of "you can't" and "no" and "why dream?" Blacks are dreamers. Blacks are doers. Blacks are diamonds created from extreme conditions, capable of great things, but blacks are distracted. With divided resources and divided people, there isn't much to worry about from blacks. Unless